Welcome to Connecting Greeks, a streaming comedy show and podcast designed to explore and enhance Greek culture around the world. Join hosts Angelo, Adi, and Foti as they bring you fun and interesting guests from all walks of Greek life. Grab a cafedaki and join us.
Hey everyone, welcome to another fantastic episode of the Connecting Greeks podcast. I am Ari, and I am here with my two favorite co-hosts. First up, Foti Stamos. How are you, Foti?
I'm well, and yourself?
I'm very good. I'm very excited about today's episode. We have an amazing guest, but before we get to her, let's introduce our amazing co-host, Angelo. What's up, man?
Hi, Foti. Hi, Adi. Things are good. We haven't done one in a while.
Yeah.
Because we had like all Greek partnerships. We Chakothika, man.
Chakothika,
Angelo. Here he goes. I haven't done one in a while. But we're like Greek restaurant owners. Tuipa na website di Giriakiti Deftera que muy peoiki aftos que tuot tuipa to Foti. No, but listen, we always have fun. This is what it's all about: connecting Greeks, and what a good guest we have today.
Yes.
So I briefly met her when she brought her film to the LA Greek Film Festival, and the film is called Greek Mothers Never Die, and they don't.
They don't.
And she is the writer, producer, director, and stars in this wonderful film that I saw. And I watched it. I saw it on Amazon Prime because it was the platform I saw it on. And welcome to the Connecting Greeks podcast, Rachel Suissa. Yasu, Rachel.
Γεια σας σε όλους. Χαίρομαι πάρα πολύ που είμαι εδώ μαζί σας. I'm so happy to be able to connect with the Greek community all around the world. This is a great gift, so thank you very much, Angelo, Ari, Foti. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, we got to address something here. The Greek mother in the film's name is Despina. I have a mother named Despina. I started watching Despina, and guys, I got to tell you, first of all, you were fantastic in this film. And I love, we're talking a film, not just traditional. We're talking, it's a relationship between Ella, who plays her daughter, with her father and her mother. I don't want to give anything away. I want people to watch this film. And it's Despina. And you played the mom. And I got to tell you something, Rachel. A lot of that was my mother. And I'm sure you've heard that from a lot of people. And I saw your daughter in the film, who's wonderful. She Tomilo Pupefti. And it's funny because I named my daughter Olivia. And my mom's name is Despina. And we know what that meant. My sister, the spokesperson's like, why? Because we didn't want, it was Tsaruka, so we didn't want. So I felt watching the film, and you played the mom. It's so funny how you could see how annoying a Greek mother can be, but at the same time, how loving and how much Greek mothers have your back. So it was, I think you nailed it. And you the characters were fantastic. Tasso and the papa and the guy who played your husband and your putana girlfriend that was in Florida and stuff. You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I should say putana. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Putanaki girlfriend, and all the guys were, and the guy that played your love interest in it, her mom. I mean, I think you captured that story, and I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it away because I want people to watch it. But you capture that story, and then of course you have to go to America. And the back set of the thing. So tell us, I got to shut up here. What inspired you to make this film? Because anybody watching this podcast, you got to watch this film. It's I loved it. I fucking loved it. Anyways,
thank you so much. Thank you. Well, of course, what inspired me is my mother, whose real name is Eva. But my grandmother's name was Despina, and it's also my second name. So I named her Despina, but all my life, my mom was bigger than life, very generous, but very haunting. I mean, she's a Greek mom, you know what I mean? So the Greek moms are the only person on earth that have the ability to haunt you, even alive, you know? So basically with a mom like mine that mingles in everything, like my love life, my doors, my everything when I was younger, I was left with only two choices. One was therapy. And and the other one was to write a show about her. So I went with the show, and so it started as a one-woman show that I was playing back in France, and it was called Maman, je t'aime, PS lâche-moi, which means Mom, I love you, please let me be. Mama, ça va pas s'aimer ici. But what's fun is that back then I was completely identifying to the daughter because it was 10 years ago, and so never on earth I thought, I mean, of course I was playing both characters on stage, but never thought that I would end up in my life becoming my mother. And I did in every possible way. So my mom inspired me, and all the moms, it's really a story about family bond. It's the character of Jack, the father of Ella, the husband of Despina, is also inspired by my dad, that was Jewish French, but was, I think, in another life Greek, and he knew everything about Greek culture, and he was a true artist, and he had a bouzouka that was super famous in Paris, Tonneau Limbo. So just like Tonneau Limbo, Rue de la Grange Batelière in Paris, it was super famous, and he had created the choreography of the Sirtaki when Zorba the Great came. So they asked him to do the full choreography, not just the one of the movie, the one that you still dance today. So basically, my whole life was a mix between the artistic and my dad vibe, and he was also a singer and composer, and Tonneau Limbo, and the hero of my mom that always had Greek restaurants and heroes. And so I was always an apple with two sides, and brought up with Greek drama and Greek artistic soul. So I mixed all that in a movie that became a love letter to my mom, because even without spoiling, there is a little supernatural thing in the movie. And I wanted my mom to be able to see the movie, to experience it before to be a ghost. So that's why I went this way with the movie, and it's a love letter for all Greek mothers, all Greek daughters, and for all the person that shaped your life, when you were younger, basically.
Fantastic, because here's the thing. You used a lot of innovative film technique in your film. I like the way there was certain parts of it that I thought was really cool, and you would appreciate it, Adi. It was the fact that this is a story that was developed when you were growing up in France, and then you bring it to America. And I love the way the segues, it had a little bit of a comic book flair to it, and then it had it was like it's very, very innovative.
It's because when you do independent cinema, in one way, you have all the freedom of the world, because people choose to follow you for passion and not for comfort. And so you have all the energy of the world, but you have time limitation, money limitation. We shot that movie in 17 days, and it was an extremely small budget, and so it makes you think, how to be creative. Okay, I can't fly to Greece, I can't have the footage, I can't do as we would do in a Hollywood production. So it makes you think, okay, what can I do? I know how to do comic books, so that will be my segues. Or okay, I can't always be with huge productive value, but it's a movie about people, so let's be with the people, and be in close to their heart and their face. And let's for instance, the comic book, it's because it was a cool creative decision because of the low budget, but also in the movie, Ella sees the story through her eyes of child, and the comic book was the thing with her dad. So that's how she represents life. So everything has to make sense. And I want to. It's true that it's my first independent movie. My first one was a studio movie, but with this one, it made me really dive hard into my soul, to find the right solution in 17 days of shoot.
Well, listen, the storyline, forget everything else. The storyline was very clever and good. You make a callback to Big Fat Greek Wedding in it, but it was nothing like that. It was a completely different perspective of a film, but it was well written, and I love the way you place things in the script, and the callback to it came, and okay, that guy, it was like little Easter eggs, you know.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Was like because I watch. Look, I'll be honest with you. I try to watch films, and usually 20, 30 minutes in, me piano hypnos, right? And I'm like, I was like this the whole time. I watched the whole film.
That makes me so happy because it is a long movie. I mean, for once that I can talk about my mother, it's not going to be in 90 minutes, you know. I'm going to take
2 hours and 9 minutes. I watched the whole thing.
And yeah,
never bored.
Until the end, even in the credit ending, I keep going with the movie, you know. But it's true that for me, a movie is a puzzle, and you always leave one part open for the spectator to close the puzzle himself, and you need Easter egg because to me, a movie that is good is a movie that you will watch again and watch it differently, you know, and then want to look for the Easter eggs. So hopefully this is what people that are going to watch the movie are going to experience, you know. They're going to laugh, I hope, maybe cry a little, and then, well, call their mother after the movie or remember that there is the science, but above is the sky, and a Greek mother or mothers are always here one way or another. But then say, oh, now that I know everything I know, can I watch the movie again and see it in a different perspective? So that's the goal with this movie, you know.
Well, you know, Guy, you know, Adi and Forte, what's good, what the metaphor. First of all, I like the fact that your French side, you're like that. You have that French cinema brain, like Luc Besson and all these Villeneuve and these guys. I mean, you can see it. You see it in the film. And I'm like, okay, this is different. That's what I liked about it. It wasn't just a typical film. It had that, and I knew it. So I knew your background's French. I go, you could see, but you blend. You made the frappezaki just perfect.
Thank you. Oh yeah, but you know what is fun is that my whole life I always had, you know, where we have a multi identities, you know. And so when I was in France and when I was shooting, people would always see the American side of me, you know, the American culture, the Woody Allen thing, the you know, the ones that shaped, I mean, the John Hughes, you know, all those American monster of cinema that shaped my youth and that I want to give homage. And when people in America saw my first movie, they all say, we can see the European in you. We can see the Nouvelle Vague. We can see all that. And it's exactly like being Greek and not living in Greece, you know? When you are Greek, when I go in Greece, people are saying, so we can see the French in you. But when I'm in France, everyone say, oh, we see the Greek in you, you know? So it's like life, you know?
No, you see, because the thing, guys, about the film, it's a metaphor. Greek mothers never die, because what we learn, especially from our moms, stays with us. And we always think, and I think that's what I got from the film. Well, you said I would never be like my mom, and then you realize I am.
Exactly.
But it's not a bad thing. And what's funny in the film, and you got to watch the film, because I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch it, but what's funny about the film is that it gets to the point sometimes where I'm like, oh shit, this is my mother. Like, I'm watching. If you miss your mom, you watch it and you're like, and it's so funny, dude. It's on the fucking money. And you're like,
you know, Angelo,
what do you think?
As I'm listening to the both of you, and just, you know, as a Greek American, and we all prior to this episode have always discussed our Greek moms in one way or the other, and we share similar stories. So for us, I believe, and I speak for myself and Ari, you can also chime in, but you know, this resonates with us. Like, without even watching it, I already feel I know what I'm going to expect to some degree. And it's, you know, it's comforting in a way that, you know, we all share in those experiences as Greeks.
Yeah, it's a movie that at the same time will speak directly, you know, to the woman that shaped your life, your mom, but it's so you identify to that, and you know, of course, you remember specific things, but also I have a lot of nostalgia from Greece because I do not live in Greece, and I almost sanctuarize Greece because I'm not there, and it's almost it's my battle to carry my heritage for the next generation. So in that movie, I tried to, I mean, it's there is a fidelity to a Greek that had to leave the country for different reasons, for a better life, for the family, and that misses deeply and almost idealize certain things of it. You know, like for instance, in the movie, my mom is about to kill me if I say, let's grab a kebab. It's gyros. It's not kebab. And I got that in my DNA because my mom had a gyro, and with my friends, I said, "Oh, do you want a kebab?" And my mom would take the chashtuki. It's gyros, okay? It's much better. But in Greece, people say "Pamena parmena kebab," and me, I'm offended. I'm like, "What are you saying? You know, kebab?" And say, "Yeah, bamisto turco," and I'm like, "What?" Because
yeah, it's true. But you know, Rachel, it's funny because. Yeah. Isn't it? That's why we have the Connecting Greek podcast. And I think people don't understand. I think the Greeks now in Greece are starting to realize that how much the diaspora cares about Greece. And I think what happens, there's always history repeats itself. There's a disconnect. My dad left Greece like all our parents had to leave for one reason. My father never wanted to leave Greece. He had to. Yeah. So and that's why we grow up carrying that torch. And films like Greek Mothers Never Die are very essential in the preservation of our culture. Because you know what happens? We have kids, then they mix. You know, my first wife was Greek. Now my wife's Armenian, which she's more Greek than the first one. And you know, and I think what happens, films like yours, podcasts like the ones I do here with Adi and with Forti and things, it's like they ask me, is it essential? It is, because it's about telling stories, it's about discussing things, whether you're doing comedy, whether you do what you do good. And the nice thing is it's you can make people cry, but harder to make them laugh. But your mother in the film, dude, it was just, you know, I was like, it was so well done. Like, I'm gonna watch it again because I liked it that much. And you know, you nailed them. You nailed Vespina. You nailed her. It was just like, Adi, if you see this, you're gonna be like, fuck.
You know, that make me so happy because as I was directing the movie and I was rewriting on the spot, because when I wrote it, it was for a $10 million production. And when we shot it for 100 times less, I was like, okay, let's rewrite that. But never a second, I thought, I forgot to find the character. I mean, I never thought of training. And then the first day, I'm like, okay, let's put the wig. Let's do it instead. I press and Mom, come inside, and I just imagine how my mom would speak with the heavy Greek accent if she had moved to America, because my mom has a heavy Greek accent but in French, and you know, and so I'm happy it worked out. And also, what is very interesting about the moment I did that movie is that when you say that life repeats itself, it's so deep, because I was born and raised in France, and my mom was the immigrant, right? So I was the one that was like, "Mom, we don't say that, we say that, you know, that's not the proper way." And I was kind of gently making fun of her. Now I shoot this movie as myself. I migrate at 4 years old in America. And suddenly my mom says, we don't say stop dancing around the bush. We say stop beating the bush or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, like, don't beat around the bush. Yeah, exactly.
And me, I'm like, stop dancing around that bush, you know. And so I become my mom, you know. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. And I beg.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's so true. This that you listen to this as growing up as well as with my siblings, we would make fun of our parents when they try to speak English. Yeah. And instead of correcting them, we would mimic what they would say and use it as a joke. And, you know, just what you just said just brought back memories about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's a small movie that I really made with all my heart. So it's you know, it's small situations. Like, of course, I mean, what's the best feta in the world? I think that every Greek from diaspora will think the answer that the character says, a second before,
Yeah.
When she said it,
Come
when
on,
the guy's asking, that's exactly what my mother would answer.
Okay, let's make a game. At three, you say what's for you the best feta of the world.
Dodoni.
3, 2,
One,
Dodonis.
Yes, one, 1, 2, 3.
3, Dodonis.
Isn't it?
That was Dodonis, and that's what my mom
I don't
said.
have. Yeah, exactly. So it's little things like that.
Rachel, they sell Dodonis feta at Costco in Montreal, Canada.
Really?
Yeah, they had it. They had a batch, and my Thea calls. So my Thea's there. I go. My sister goes. She went to Costco and she goes, Thea, echone Dodonis feta, molepu. So Costco.
Then they
My sister takes a picture. They all went, and they must have got a batch because Costco they got Dodonis feta. The Greeks found out, wiped it out. It was gone. We were going into Laval and buying it left and right.
Yeah, but you know what happened to me? Because I go to take my olive oil, my feta, my olives. I go to Tarpon Spring. You know Tarpon Springs, right?
Of course,
yeah. So that's what inspired the town in the movie. I call it Socrates Island, but really it's Tarpon Spring.
It's Tarpon Springs.
Of course, it's just I couldn't shoot there. So I just say, okay, it's easy. We bring it here. We call it Socrates Island. But everything you see as the restaurants, all that, I went to shoot it in Tarpon. And so that's where I go to get all my Greek stuff. And in last March, I remember my mom, she called me, she said, Rachel, you have to go quickly buy the feta because of the taxes. You are not going to be able to eat Greek anymore. Quickly. And so I went for a trip.
That's amazing, man. I mean, listen, guys, just to make a film, forget everything. The fact that you were able to make this film is a feat in its own. It is one of the hardest things. There's so many moving parts to actually conceptualize, write, direct, raise the money, shoot, and make this film. And it's won multiple awards. It's on all these platforms. You should be very proud of yourself because
a very impressive rating too. It was like 8.3, I think, on IMDb, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that. It's a small movie, but people respond well to it, and it was empowered really by the Greek community. It warmed my heart because everyone relied. The Hellenic Society of South Florida, of New York, at Los Angeles, at San Francisco, the National Herald, the Papa's Post, the Digital Journal, everyone, all the Greek community rely. And I really, truly believe that that's what give wings to the movie and that give it a good rate and made my own distributor push the movie. And because when you distribute indie movies, it's really hard to push for them to be in big platforms, and you have to make very hard choices. And so, but it worked. And so now I'm so proud to say that my community, the Greek community of diaspora, pushed the movie on Amazon Prime streaming, which is huge, on Tubi, on Roku, on Plex, on Fandango, on
is it Apple?
It's on VOD on Apple TV. So buy or rent, and a couple of other Sling. I don't know them all, and we have a couple more, and so that's what made. Just with the heart of the festival, of the viewers, of the people that empowered, So I'm so grateful. And now the next phase is the phase of like and rates on the Amazon Prime, because yes, it is on Prime, obviously, but you have to write the title to find it. And it only becomes a poster visible in the categories when people put good ratings, when people put the stars, when people make a like, when put it, even just to put it on your wish list. And, there are a lot of places in this world that we live today that our voice doesn't always matter, and sometimes we're discouraged or we think it doesn't matter. And so we don't even say anything or do anything. But for indie cinema, every vote, every like changed the life of the movie, and you got the power. And more Greek people are going to be able to discover independent cinema through your voice, your likes, your reviews, because, you know, it's easier to review something you don't like than something you really like. You know, we don't think about it, but that's the moment, you know.
Now, Rachel, has the film premiered in Australia?
Oh, yes.
That was right.
Oh my God.
Melbourne, I'm sure it did very well there. It's a large diaspora community in Australia. So
I never expected such an enthusiasm, it was such a success that even after the festival stopped, there were an encore for one more week.
Nice.
And
nice.
And it was so warm. And something magical happened. Because of this movie, I connected with my Australian family that I didn't know, that I had never spoke with in my life.
Wow.
I mean, my cousin's mom, that they grew up together, moved to Australia when he was 12, and my mom never saw him again, but he was part of her heart and her youth. And until this day, I'm listening to the stories that my mom, I'm repeating those stories to my kids, my mom and Adoni, her cousin. Well, because of the movie, we were all separated by oceans, but we were all in the same room. My family from there, in Australia, in Adelaide, my mom that was in France, and me in America. And that's the magic of the cinema. It's crazy. I'm so grateful.
It really is, isn't
it? Yes.
I always say this. First time I went to Australia, well, my dad's village, they go, from your dad's village in Sparty. How many? 15, 20, 170 people showed up. And I tell the guys, you're right, it's so far away. But when they left, you see, you got to understand, when they left after the war and everything, they went to Canada, they went to America, they went to Australia. You know, some of them went to England, some went to South Africa. You know, it's like that they were dispersed people. And then you go, like you said, you make a film, and then here you are, people you never met, who are your relatives, who are now there. They're proud that you made this film, and then you're bringing all these people together.
Yes.
And this is what's so nice about what you do. And I mean, it was, I've said this, so it was on my wish list. I can't remember now, Rachel, I think I was giving an award, or I did a show on the last night in LA. I can't remember.
You did the opening. That was so funny.
I did the opening
with the halloumi,
with the halloumi cheese. I did the story.
Yes,
with the halloumi, which happened to me.
But
and
so
I was testing
true.
It's true story. True story.
Oh my God.
And it's when I lived in England.
Share that story.
I do it. It's going to come out in my new special.
It's very
maybe
funny.
If somebody came to my show in Boston, they would have heard the story. I got obsessed with Boston. Then you
I never got the proskliterio.
They never got the proskliterio. No, I'm kidding. So the thing is, I came in that day and I said I wanted to watch. There's a few films. Yours was one I wanted to watch, but unfortunately, I flew in to LA that afternoon, and 3 hours later, I'm on stage, and as we do the opening, I can't remember. Who knows? I was somewhere.
And also, my movie was exactly at the same time than the Oliver Stone and Costa Gavras conversation.
Right.
I was like, no one's coming to my movie. Myself, I'll go to the conversation. And actually, I was surprised because the magic happened, and I had a very nice room too. And so I always remember that. I was at the same time so grateful to be in that festival, and so grateful for all the people that split themselves really between the movie, and that then at the end they say, okay, tora pa mestoalo, quickly. And I was like, thank you. And so it was so warm.
LA GFF's a great festival. You get to see
I love
so
them.
many. And I'm always getting booked, you know, and I always love to, because with my wife, you know, I've hosted it and done it, and I always go to see Greek cinema. It's compelling, and they've opened it up a lot now. So,
yes.
And you got artists from all around the world. And then, like Oliver Stone and Costa Gavras. I mean, you get some really cool.
It's wonderful what they were able to achieve. Ari and all the team, it's incredible.
Yeah, Ari Katapodis and Alex Kolognamos and RC, you know, they're wonderful. They're great. They work really hard. They've been doing it now 15 years, I guess, 14.
Yeah, no, it was the 19th when we went, and so this year will be the 20th.
19 years. And it started when I moved to LA.
Yeah, it's
good.
and I hope that I'll go many times again, you know, to see other independent cinema or to be there with one of the movies, you know. So yeah, really.
That's what's wonderful. So Rachel, what do you got coming up? Anything you're thinking about doing? Any new projects? What's your wish list now? Since you did this movie.
So I have another movie that is ready to be shot that it's also about our Greek culture, but it's a very different tone. It's three guys, the heroes of the movie, but of course, yeah. So
Adi,
guys,
Foti, and Angelo?
Well, I haven't started.
She said three heroes. She said heroes.
Oh, I thought you said zeros.
Well, you know what? They start as zeros and they end up as heroes.
Oh, there you go.
So,
okay, there you go.
There you go.
I'll drink to that.
And it's a really fun comedy, also of diaspora and travel, you know. And I really hope to lock it down by the end of this year if everything goes well. And I hope that you're gonna like it.
Well,
So it's called yeah, sorry.
Go ahead, Ray.
Oh no! I was gonna say it's called The Americans. So it's
good title.
I don't know if I can say the pitch or not, or if it's too early. But it's well, I'll say it's three guys from that live in the big city in America and that realize that they're unhappy in their 30s and they always missed something in their life. And one of them is Greek. And so they say, okay, you know what? They get drunk and they say, let's do what we always dream to do, to buy an abaraki σε ένα νησί, στη Mykonos.
Right.
And be happy. And so they put all their economies in a baraki that looks really cheap for Mykonos. And so when they arrive there, they don't find the baraki because the half Greek, half American misread, and it was not Mykonos, it was Mykonos, it was a Rama, it was not a Kappa, and that's why it was so cheap. And so they arrive in Mykonos, which is truly the island of my mom. The real name is Aistratis. Ios Aistratis. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like there are lamps, there is a church, and there's a post office and a restaurant, and that's it. And so in my movie, it's the last non-touristical developed island of Greece, and they hate tourists, they hate Americans. So and that's where they end up. So that's the kind
that's funny.
That sounds awesome.
It's like the Hangover meets Mamma Mia meets Husbands.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's so I hope.
Good.
I wanted to say real quick. When you were talking about how film unites people, I wanted to just say every year on Thanksgiving, my whole family gets together, and we always try to plan out like what we're gonna do, and it is always a big movie night. And when Angelo first told us that you're gonna be the guest, I sent a message to the whole family, and it's always an argument, a big Greek argument on what movie we're going to watch. And when he told us that you were coming on, I was like, guys, there's an amazing filmmaker who we're going to have on the show, and this is our film. And universally, every single person in my family was like, that's the movie we're watching when we get together on Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't participate a lot because, you know, disclosure, I didn't see it yet. But next week, we as a whole family are going to watch it.
Oh, that touched me so much. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ, really.
That's good, man. No, they're going to love it. That's a great family film to watch. And you know what? I'm telling you now, you're going to laugh and you're going to cry.
And it's a
both elements in it. It's very good. Like, I mean, it's heartfelt. Like you can see there's parts of it I couldn't stop laughing. Fuck, that's my mother.
Oh God, and it's
Κοιτάει ο κόσμος. Τι κάνεις έτσι, όλοι κοιτάνε.
See, it's
am I right, Rachel?
Yeah.
Τι κάνεις έτσι, όλοι κοιτάνε.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh my God. And my mom, I mean, it was, you know, my little nickname was Jodo Volant. Yeah, it was always that. All this is true, you know. And in the movie, you find this. There is also the Greek, but see, there is a little difference, I think, between, I don't know how as Greek men, whereas the embracing with your mom, but when the mom has a daughter, it's more like, I wish you to have a daughter that makes you suffer as much as you make me suffer. And when you're a boy, it's like, you know, it's like a little bit different.
I talk about, you know, Rachel, in my act, I talk about that when I go home. Montreal. My mom, ito Vagelakis mo, tasukopso tamalya, FX ayemista, nagsaplosis to kanape, Evala, takopso liga fruta, and my sister goes, Mom, barako na cafe, pinimuri guru na fiaxto monosu.
Exactly my point.
There's your point. That's why I laugh, because the relationship a daughter has with the mother is totally different from the relationship a son. But then the daughter has a different, what you touched in the movie, a daughter has a different relationship with her father. Yes. As opposed to but the mother is always on top. It's not that she doesn't love her kid, but that's just tough love.
Yeah. And it's just that, so as I become a mother, I realize that some of the things she said, there was a reason why she was saying, when I ask my daughter to have a banana in the morning, it's so she doesn't feel sick at school at 11 o'clock. And it's not.
It's true, though.
I mean, there is a reason.
It's true.
Exactly. And I mean, now everything I go to border, they call me Vespina, so it's like my cue, but I realize that I deeply realize that everything is coming not from a place of not trusting me or not thinking I'm smart enough to do my own choices. It's all coming from love and fear to lose your loved one. That's only that.
True. And it comes across beautifully in your film. So again, where can people who are listening today watch Greek Mothers Never Die? Tell us again so we know, and Ari's going to put it all on the website.
Think Greek Mothers Never Die, because my mom is Greek and she'll never die. and it's a supernatural comedy, which is quite it's rare in indie movies, because the supernatural is a genre that we all love, that we all grew up with, but that somehow got lost along the way, and now I feel that it's starting slowly to come back, and so it's there is a double romance in the movie. It's the romance, the real love story between the mother and the daughter, but also it's coming out of age, the daughter growing, and the daughter finding her true path and her true love, and the mother in the middle in bed, of course.
That was so funny. That was so funny. And where can people watch it again, Rachel?
So they can watch it on streaming on Prime Video, yay, and on Tubi, on Roku, on Fandango, on Plex, on Sling, and VOD on Apple TV and Amazon. If you don't have the streaming
you cover all the bases.
Yeah. And so I'm very happy. But even in this, like I say, it's not like a studio movie that is pushed by the big machine. And usually people, when they hear, oh, there's a movie on Prime, we have time to watch, we have time, we'll do it in next month. But it's not pushed, so it gets out very quickly. And it's only when the heart of the people speak and they start to put a like, a thumbs up, a rating, a critic, a review, that the movie stays. So the timing is very sensitive right now. And so you can leave a critic on Prime after watching, of course, before you just put a little thumbs up, you put it on your wish list, and on Rotten Tomatoes after, so the popcorn matter can get starting and people can hear more about it. Right. So that's pretty much it, and I'm very grateful.
Amazing.
Well, you're delightful. Your movie's fantastic. We're so happy you took the time today to come on our podcast, Connecting Greeks. I think we really connected today, and you're wonderful. You can come back on this anytime you want, man. I can listen to you talk all day.
Guys, whenever you want me, I'm here, even just to chat, for anything. Yeah. I had a wonderful time. You made me feel like home, for real,
Bravo.
Thank you.
We want to thank you so much for your time. We know, as a filmmaker, you have so much going on, and we appreciate you so much for coming on the show. And just so you know, because you're on the show, we include this on a newsletter that goes out to thousands and thousands of Greeks all across America. Ooh. And we're going to make sure we make a point to, obviously promote your film, but also to make sure that people interact, that review, a comment, to get the algorithms going and get this movie everywhere.
This algorithm,
yeah.
yes, God, the algorithm. Yeah, no, thank you so much, guys, and hopefully, I'll keep you posted, you know, because already when Angelo, you did your stories after you empowered the movie and the stories. That thank you so much. We went from 2.5 stars to 4 stars. The IMDb kicked in. It became 8.3. You know, so it's it really made a real difference.
Well,
you know?
I loved it, and I wanted to do that, and because I just admire the fact that it's so difficult to make a film, and to make a film that was so good. I said that we got to push it. Listen. We're there's characteristics about Greeks you always hear people talk about. This is a new generation. We're big supporters of supporting things that are Greek, because if we don't do it, Rachel, ποιος θα το κάνει?
Elade. No, it's our mission. It's our mission. And you know, the same way, you know, when you now we're off air, right? We're off air or we're on air?
No, we're still on air.
Oh, sorry. Okay. When you talk about, no, I don't want to be too long. When you talked about My Big Greek Fat Wedding, for instance, for me to make a wing, like I love that movie, is so important, because her generation inspired me. When I saw My Big Greek Fat Wedding, I was just writing my one-woman show, and I was like, oh my God, one day I want to be her. I mean, I don't want to be her, but I want to do like her, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And
there's a nice nod to it.
And so that's how it is. She inspired the whole generation, and I hope that will inspire the next generation, you know?
Oh, exactly. No, absolutely. So, but listen, best of luck. I think this is going to help it. And again, I'll let Ari finish it, but watch Greek Mothers Never Die. I watch it. I'm going to watch it again. I loved it.
Thank you for having me. Ça sera pas para Poli. Yes.
Thank you once again, Rachel. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for doing what you do, because this is what we love to do. We love to promote Greek things. We love to get Greeks together. Everybody out there watching and listening, thank you guys for tuning in. But support Greeks. Greeks doing amazing things. Support. Watch the movie. My whole entire family is going to get together next week and watch this. We're going to report back to you guys. And everybody out there support, and you get all the information in the show notes. And thank you all for watching, and thanks again, Rachel, Foti, Angelo. We will see you next time.
Thank you. Adio.
Adio.
Yes, us.
Bye-bye.
Yes, us.